first ever March Madness stream. Listen, I have no college basketball experience whatsoever. Like, look, I'm just looking at this, yeah. Like, I know a couple of teams, a good team, like, for example, Duke, you know, they produce a lot of elite players like Kyrie, Jason Tatum, you know what I'm saying? Paolo Banchero, Zion, and that. Arizona, like, I know the good teams, but hey, like, bro, this is daunting. I have no experience in college basketball. This is my first ever tournament. I'm excited, bro. I ain't gonna lie, you know, excited. This is my league right here. If you guys want to join, we're gonna see who could predict the most accurate bracket. If any of you guys, yeah, by the end of the tournament can predict the most accurate bracket, you know, that'll be interesting to see. Let me test your ball knowledge. Let's see who actually has the most ball knowledge around here, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is my league right here. If you guys want to join, feel free. But yeah, man, you know, hey, listen, again, I only know a couple of teams. I feel like I'm gonna go with Duke to come out in the first round. Ohio State, TCU, 8-9 seed. I don't know. I know Ohio is good in football, but this ain't football. True shooting, net rating. Okay, so Ohio is basically better in almost every. I mean, a very important metric right here is overall win percentage. TCU got a better win percentage. I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna slide with Ohio State, you know. But the thing about March Madness is one off, you know. So like, you know, sometimes the better team doesn't always win. St. John's versus Northern Iowa. I'm gonna go with St. John's. I heard that they're a pretty good team. Kansas versus Cal Baptist. Kansas got Darren Peterson, so I'm gonna go with Kansas. Louisville versus South Florida. Okay, I think this right here is gonna be the first upset. I'm gonna go with South Florida. Schedule. I might actually go with South Florida. Hold on. Okay, won't allow me to. I want to see the wing. Okay. True shooting percentage. I'm gonna go with South Florida. This is gonna be the first offset. Michigan, North Dakota State, Michigan State. They got that car guy. Oh, he's good, you know. He could fly. Like, he could fly. You know, he could fly. I've seen some of his tape. I'm gonna go with Michigan, UCLA, UCF. UCLA are like, they're like the Manchester United. No, I'll say they're more like the Arsenal. They're more like the Arsenal. What Arsenal are to the Premier League. Right, that's what UCLA is in college basketball. Like, they have history. I don't know too much about your UCF, so I feel like I'm just gonna go with UCLA. UConn, Furman. We're gonna go with Huskies. Number 2 pick as well. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. What side do we go with? Do we go all the way down? Now let's stay with the top. Let's go with West. Arizona. They've been the best team in ball, literally. How many losses do they have? Like 2 all season? Listen, I may be new, but I've done my, you know what I'm saying? I've done my due diligence. I made sure to do a little bit of research. And plus, I've been following a couple of the games throughout the season as well, like Ohio State, Miami Redhawks. You know what I'm saying? My lips are a bit dry, you know. Just, you know what I'm saying? Alright, man. Long Island? Nah, Long Island ain't got a chance, bro. That's the Brunson and Mikal Bridges and former team. I don't know about Utah State, so I'm gonna go with Villanova. Wisconsin, High Point, Wisconsin. I don't know about any of the 2 teams. Arkansas, Hawaii. I heard Arkansas is a very good school and a very good team. BYU, Texas /NC State. Actually, no. I should have probably started with the. It wouldn't allow me to do the 68, the play-in teams. I mean, where was I? I'm gonna go with BYU. Gonzaga, Kansas State. I'm gonna go with I heard that they're an elite program. Gonzaga. Is it the Gonzaga Bulldogs? I heard that they're an elite program. Miami, Florida, Missouri. Oh, this one could be tough. This might be the toughest matchup of the round. Look, dead even on true shooting percentage. Missouri compete in the sector. Miami in the ACC. Oh, this could be tough. I ain't gonna lie. Their last 10 though, last 12 is insane. Only 3 losses. I'm gonna go with Miami. Purdue, Queens, Purdue. Purdue is another elite program, I know. Florida, the champions. We're gonna go with Florida. Clemson, Iowa. Oh, that's Northern Iowa. 24-10, 21-12 in the Big 12. Ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna go with Gotta go with Clemson. Vanderbilt, McNeese, Vanderbilt, Nebraska, Troy. Troy compete in the, is it Sun Belt? Yeah, the Sun Belt Conference. I'm gonna go with Nebraska. I just can't see that upset, unfortunately, for them. North Carolina, VCU. We're gonna go with North Carolina. Again, another elite program. Illinois, Penn. Gonna go with Illinois, the Big I. Did Syracuse not make this one? Kyan Anthony and those guys. Hold on. Did they not make it to the tournament? 14th. Is this the ACC? Yes, it is. Oof. Yeah, ain't gonna lie. Texas A&M versus St. Mary's. Whoa, they're kind of good. They compete in the what? I've never seen this conference in my life. But 27-5. Texas A&M compete in the SEC. I'm gonna go with Texas, bro, just because I feel like their conference. I've never seen that conference. You know, I'm a new plate, but I do know like the powerhouses, like the power conferences, like the SEC, the ACC, Big 10, Big 12. The what now? That is not recognizable. Like I do not recognize that conference. I ain't gonna lie. But they are, bro. They could be a good team. I mean, they are a good team because they have a 27-5 record, ranked as the 7th seed. I'm gonna go with Texas A&M though. I ain't gonna lie, man. I just feel like more established program, competing in a difficult conference, that should kind of make them, a very competitive team. That's my reasoning behind it. I ain't gonna lie. You guys let me know if this was valid. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Houston, Idaho. I'm gonna go with Houston, man. They were in the Final Four last year, no? Alright. The Midwest, Michigan, of course. Georgia, St. Louis. Gonna go with Georgia. Texas Tech, Akron. What conference did they compete in? Oh, they compete in them. Oh, they took the Red Hawks seeding. We're gonna go with Texas Tech, man. Alabama, Tennessee, or Ohio, Miami, Ohio. Guys, do you see an upset? I mean, first of all, Miami has to get past this. How do you guys feel about that, actually? I feel like it's kind of valid, man. Listen, you see me, yeah? I was voicing my opinions for them to be an auto bid, just based off the basis that, I assumed that they were going to win it. They were going to win their conference tournament. Or if not win it, maybe at least go to the finals, right? But damn, they lost in like the first game, Oh, man, I feel like I still would have had them in the tournament, but not as an automatic bid. So I do feel like it is kind of valid from what the committee that they make them do the playing game, And what historically their conference, what conference are they in again? Miami. Okay, I think they're in the MAC. It's not a strong conference, so to send 2 teams, crazy, bro, and you're having teams like the Auburn Tigers missing out. Yeah, man, I feel like it's valid, man. At least they have a chance they have an opportunity to play their way into the tournament. They still have fielding. I think it's fair. I kind of think it's fair. What do you guys think? Them losing their first game on their first attempt in the conference tournament after having an undefeated season. I feel like the undefeated season is the reason why they're in fielding right now, right? Because boy, if they had lost like 2-3 games, bro, we're not talking about Miami, Ohio, but yeah, man, I feel like them losing out in the first attempt in their conference tournament is probably why they're in the play-ins. Because if they had the deep running that would maybe they even won it, this would not even be a conversation. But Miami, Ohio, or SMU, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Miami, Ohio will beat SMU? It's gonna be tough. I ain't gonna lie. I think they'll beat SMU. Miami, Ohio versus Tennessee. Because you wanna know why? Because Tennessee's the only 10 I see. You know what I'm saying? That was bad, innit? My bad. We're gonna go with Tennessee to make it into the next round. I just can't see an upset. I have Miami, Ohio actually beating SMU. I think they're gonna prove the critics wrong. They're gonna show why they should have been in the tournament. But again, man, we're talking stakes already high being in the play-in, against SMU. Let alone actually freaking Tennessee, bro. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. It's still again a great season for them, but Tennessee is going through, man. Virginia Beach. Hey, no. Not at all. We got Virginia. I'm just gonna go. Is Virginia Cavaliers now? 29-5. Wow, that's a strong record. Yeah. Kentucky Fried Chicken versus Santa Clara. I'm gonna go with Kentucky. They're a good school now. They produce elite guards. 21-13 in this. Why do a lot of these SEC teams have poor seeding? Like none of these SEC teams are like top 3, and I don't know. Again, they compete in like a power conference, a big conference. I don't know, man. Iowa State versus Tennessee. 2 Tennessee teams. I feel like 27-7 in the Big 10. Oh no, we're gonna go with Iowa State. I don't know why I want to say Ohio. I feel like I should resume with the Midwest. Can't even speak English. Alright, Michigan, Georgia. I'm in Georgia. Oh yeah, yeah. No. I'm gonna go with Michigan. Texas Tech, Alabama. I'm gonna go with Alabama. Tennessee, Virginia. I don't know none of the players on any of these teams. But Virginia's record though is dominant, bruv. I'm gonna go with Virginia, bro. They look like the metrics. Like they look dominant, fam. Look at that, bro. Overall win percentage, like their win record and everything. Bro, 29-5 is. They almost had a 30-win season. Hey, bro, they look dominant, fam. Kentucky, Iowa. I'm gonna go 21-13 in the sec. 27-7 is another dominant record. Lost to Florida twice. Damn, bro, I wish I could see this. I'm gonna go with Iowa. All right, move to the south from the Midwest. Houston, Texas A&M. I'm gonna go with Houston. 2 Texas teams, 2 Texas colleges. North Carolina, Illinois. Okay, North Carolina, they're missing their main guy, Caleb Williams or Wilson. Sorry, I don't know if it's Williams or Wilson. I wanted to see him in the March Madness tournament, but them losing their best player, I had them beating VCU. Even VCU, hold on, let me check their schedule. 27-7. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hold on, we might have to revise this one. I don't even think. Nah, I don't have North Carolina coming out of the first round. I'm not gonna lie. I just remembered, bro. Their best player went down, and it's like I was thinking VCU was a bummy team, but that's an impressive record. 27-7. Guys, we have our first upset here. The 11th seed. I got the 11th seed beating North Carolina, the 6th seed. VCU versus Illinois. But this is where it ends, because I ain't gonna lie. I got Illinois. Okay, I had to revise that one. Because I was thinking North Carolina, big program and whatnot, you know. But, nah, man. I think it's too much without their best player. Vanderbilt, Nebraska. I don't know any of these teams. Oh, similar record. Oh! I'm gonna go with Vanderbilt. Florida, Clemson. Gonna go with Florida. All right, man. From the West, Arizona, Villanova. I got Arizona. Wisconsin, Arkansas. I'm gonna go with Arkansas. BYU, Gonzaga. Oh, that's AJ Dabansa. I want the APs for 200k. Tell me that price. Rainbow face double follow. Ain't no wait. I might be alright, but it ain't okay. I'm gonna go with BYU. I think. Oh, I watched that game a couple of weeks ago against who was it? It was Darren Peterson, Kansas. They lost that game, but I was very impressed with that white guy, that Saunders guy. He's good, you know. I got BYU beating Gonzaga, man. Miami, Florida versus Purdue. I can see an upset here, you know. Purdue. 27-8. 25-8. What do you guys think? This is a tough one. Because like if this was a series, I got Purdue hands down, but it's a one-off. I can see Miami rising, you know. I wish I could see this like the other side. Like, come on, bro. Man. Oh boy. I'm gonna go with Purdue, man. Duke, Ohio State. I go Duke. St. Johnston's, Kansas. St. Johnston look dominant, bruv. What conference did they compete in? The Big East. Whoa. They look dominant, bro. I'm gonna go with Kansas because they have Darren Peterson. Again, I haven't watched enough of St. Johnston. South Florida, Michigan. I'm gonna go with Michigan State. UCLA, UConn. UCLA, UConn. They got blown out by Michigan State though. I'm gonna remember that for the next round. Michigan and Michigan. I'm gonna go with your UConn. Alright. Duke, Kansas. Cam Boozer versus Darren Peterson. I got Kansas. Winning that game. You know, I can see. Listen, potentially the number 1 overall draft pick is in this game. I feel like Peterson has been getting a lot of backlash and whatnot for saying out games. But boy, I think like this tournament, he's on a mission, man. I think a lot of these players are on a mission, to be honest. But I think like, we haven't seen the Darren Peterson close to full potential yet. You know, I feel like in this tournament is going to be the first sighting of us getting close to full potential Darren Peterson. And that being the case, I feel like, you know, him against another number 1 potential draft pick rival coming up against Darren Peterson is going to probably, you know, I feel like he's gonna show levels. I got Kansas beating Duke. Michigan, UConn. I got Michigan State, man. Kansas, Arizona, Kansas, Arkansas. Arkansas versus Arizona. Arizona, bro. That record is insane. I got Arizona, bro. BYU, Purdue. I got beat. I think Rainbow Fist, you know, he better hope he don't fall off. Because if he was to lose this one, I'll be thinking, ain't no way, you know. I'm gonna AP for 200k. I need to stop playing. But I got BYU, you know. I actually got BYU beating Purdue. Oh my gosh. Michigan, Alabama. Whoo! Alabama got that guy, that Darius. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's cold. Michigan is cold too. Alabama's a good team. I got Alabama, you know. I got Bama. Virginia versus Iowa. I think out of the whole entire tournament, this is going to be the best game. Virginia, Iowa State. 2 dominant teams, bro. Dominant. I'm going to go with the... This is tough. I'm gonna go with the Virginia Cavaliers. That was tough. Illinois, Houston. I got Houston. Houston is a good program. Florida, Vanderbilt. I got Florida again. All right. Kansas, Michigan State. I got Kansas. Arizona, BYU. We got Rainbow Face versus Arizona. Both a Big 10 clash. Or Big 12. Is this Big 12? They played each other during the season, right? Oh my gosh, this is gonna be tough. I got Arizona. Arizona too dominant, man. Too dominant. Alabama versus Virginia. I actually got Alabama in this one. Florida, Houston, 1 seed versus 2 seed in the South. South. Houston, Florida. This was the final full matchup last year. Or in fact, the finals. Rematch of the NCAA finals. NCCAA finals would have been crazy. Florida, Houston. I'm gonna go with Florida. Oh, I'm gonna go with Florida. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, the big 4, the final 4. Kansas, Florida. I think this is where it ends for Darren Peterson. Alabama, Arizona. I've got Alabama rising. Whoa. I got Alabama rising against Arizona. Arizona too dominant, bruv. Arizona too dominant, but Alabama's a good team. I think in a one-off matchup, in a one-off situation. Because I think, in one-off situations, not all the time does the best, most dominant team in the tournament always wins it, you know? I think like a team like Bama, they might not be as dominant, but they've got superstar players, especially that Darius guy. Oh, no, and they're a good team. I got Bama. Championship game, Florida, Bama. Will Florida go back to back, or will Bama win this one? Guys, this is my prediction. This is my March Madness champion prediction right here. This is tough. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know. Florida, Alabama. Florida's gonna go back to back, guys. They're gonna go back to back. Score prediction. I'm gonna say 77. No, I'm gonna go 84 to 79. Finish bracket. There we go, guys. Florida will be my winners. Hey, I got them doing a back to back. Back to back. Nah. Back to back. Alright, man. Guys, if you want to join the brackets, let me see which one of you guys know ball, you know. We're gonna see who has the most ball knowledge. This is my bracket right here. One initial Z brackets MM for March Madness, but you know, just type this in, you should be able to join. And then we'll see, you know, it'll be interesting to see by the end of the tournament who gets it. Again, this is my first ever March Madness tournament, no experience whatsoever. I'm excited for this year, you know. You guys let me know if this was a good bracket prediction. But yeah, man, gonna end it here. Ain't gonna lie.